Welcome to session 3. In this session, we are going to talk about the advantages of having a cost accounting system. Why not a company just maintain financial records? Why would any company spend so much time and money for a cost accounting system? The first advantage is ascertainment of cost. If a company wishes to succeed and make it big, then it has to have a robust cost accounting practices or system in place. A company cannot get all necessary intrinsic details relevant for its decision making from the financial records. If the company on some day wishes to get the details of all expenses incurred to produce a particular type of a product, say potato chips, especially when it has multiple products like potato chips, french fries, cheese sticks, etc., then it has to rely on a cost accounting system, and these intrinsic details cannot be provided by the financial records. The next advantage is cost reduction. In the year 2016, Fingerfoods Limited decided to cut down or permanently reduce some of the costs to improve its profit. It then took a plunge into its cost records and started analyzing the costs which can be permanently reduced. It decided to reduce the cost of packing material of French fries. Until then, Fingerfoods Limited was buying Type A packing material. It then decided to switch over to Type B packing material, which has lower cost than Type A but had the same features. Hence, the packing material which cost rupees 150 per unit has now been permanently reduced to 120 per unit. This is cost reduction, and this cost reduction is made possible only because of the presence of a good cost accounting system. Fixing selling price. If you want your business to prosper, then it is pivotal that is important to price your product correctly. It is one of the most crucial things that you could get your hands on. The fundamental principle is to cover the cost you incurred in producing the product. If you don't, then it means your business is losing. Many things beyond costs are considered for pricing a product. But remember, knowing the cost incurred is the most crucial thing. You can know your exact cost only if you have a good cost accounting system that tells us yet another advantage of having a cost accounting system. Product profitability analysis. Through cost accounting system, it is possible to analyze the cost and profit or loss of all the products a company is producing. By analyzing profits or loss of a product, the company may altogether stop producing a product which is making loss, or it can work on alternatives to make them profitable. Cost accounting system provides information for decision making. We just discussed about cost reduction. We also discussed about product profitability analysis. Think back to the example of reducing the cost of packing material, a decision to reduce the cost of packing material permanently. Think back to the example of making a decision to eliminate a product line altogether. Also think back to the example of making a decision to buy peeling machine A or peeling machine B, which we discussed in session 2 on cost comparisons. Any decision on various other issues could also be made possible because of the presence of a cost accounting system. So this can be very well stated as an advantage of having a cost accounting system. Cost control. Cost control discussed in session 2 was made possible because of the presence of a cost accounting system. Statutory compliance. Think back to session 2 where we discussed the requirement as per statute to maintain cost accounting records. Perfect error-free records can be maintained only with the presence of a cost accounting system which records all the cost in a systematic manner. Next comes identification of lacuna. Lacuna means a gap or idleness. Idleness is where there is no productivity. There will be some amount of time in a day the laborers or the machinery remain idle. Generally, it is not a concern to allow a normal resting or idle time. This becomes a concern when idle time exceeds the normalcy. Idle time can be measured with greater precision only with the presence of a good cost accounting system. Strategic decision making. Strategic decision making is decision making for bigger goals of the organization, which has a long term impact in the functioning of the organization. Presence of cost accounting system not only gives managers inputs to make day to day or short term decisions, but long term decisions as well. The next advantage is variance analysis. Variance means difference. Difference between budgets and actuals, difference between the expense incurred in previous year and current year, and vice versa. In this example, budgeted rent was rupees 34 lakhs, but actually the company incurred more, that is 35 lakhs. In this case, steps would be taken by the management as to what has caused the actual rent to increase, rendering it an unfavorable variance of rupees 1 lakh. In the next example, salary cost for the previous year was rupees 50 lakhs and current year is 49 lakhs, which means the salary cost is favorable for the company this year because it reduced by 1 lakh. These types of variance analysis could be done because of the presence of a good cost accounting system. Helpful in solving LPP. LPP is linear programming problem. It's time to think back to your basic math in school days where you solved the linear programs, wondering how would it be useful in your real life. Now here comes the area where you can apply it in your real life. Let us try to decode the equation. 2x1 plus 3x2 is less than or equal to 16. Here x1 represents number of units of french fries, x2 represents number of units of potato chips, number 2 and 3 represents profits, and 16 represents the limited number of machine hours. This equation is used to find out how much of profits and number of units of french fries and potato chips can the company make within 16 hours of machine hours. We will learn a great deal about LPP in your CA final. For now, you got to understand that cost accounting system helps us to solve LPP to arrive at a proper decision. Cost comparison. Compare the cost of machinery A with that of machinery B. Machinery A is lesser in cost. Compare the cost of two products, potato chips and french fries. The cost per kg of potato chips is less than french fries. Also compare the cost of audit fees for 2015 and 2016. The audit fees has increased by 5,000. These kinds of cost comparisons can be made possible only by the existence of a good cost accounting system. Next, we shall discuss limitations of cost accounting system. We discussed a great deal about the advantages of having a cost accounting system. On the flip side, the system also has certain limitations. Expensive. Cost accounting system is huge. An organization has to incur significant amount of costs in installing necessary software and to employ people to specifically work on it. This is a disadvantage to companies who cannot afford to spend so much money. The next limitation is duplication of work. A company has to maintain two sets of books by pumping in significant amount of money only to do a duplication of work. A company is going to enter the same rent of rupees 50,000 for a warehouse in two different set of books. But finally, I would say, remember, both are going to serve two different purposes which are crucial. Inefficiency. Scholars feel that maintaining a cost accounting system is slightly ineffective because it cannot control the cost by itself. Requirement of reconciliation. The profits shown by cost accounts may differ from financial accounts because we consider so many expense in financial accounts to arrive at the profit, which are not considered for cost accounts and vice versa. That brings us to the end of session 3. Stay tuned for more interesting discussions in session 4. Thank you.